Welcome to the 6-Minute English Podcast, your quick, no fluff guide to improving your English in just minutes a day. Subscribe now and make English a part of your daily life.
Let's talk about coffee. Why do people love it so much? We'll explore this through a short story set in a small, cozy cafe. Imagine a place with the aroma of freshly ground beans, soft music playing, and the gentle murmur of conversations. It's a rainy Tuesday morning.
I love that image. A cozy cafe on a rainy day sounds perfect. Our story focuses on a young woman named Amelia. She's a regular at this cafe, and she's about to discover something new about her favorite drink.
Amelia is a writer, and she often finds herself staring at a blank page, struggling with writer's block. She relies on coffee to get her creative juices flowing, to help her focus. Juices flowing is an idiom, by the way, meaning to become creative or inspired.
Exactly. It's a common expression. So, Amelia walks into the cafe, the little bell above the door jingling as she enters. The warm air inside contrasts sharply with the cold drizzle outside. She makes her way to her usual corner table.
The barista, Marco, greets her with a smile. "The usual, Amelia?" he asks. Marco knows her order by heart. A large cappuccino with extra foam. Cappuccino comes from the Italian word for hood, referring to the hood of frothy milk.
That's a fun fact. Amelia smiles back, a little wearily. "Yes, please, Marco. I need a boost today." She's been working on a particularly challenging story, and the words just aren't coming. She hopes the coffee will help her boost or increase her creativity.
So, the aroma, that wonderful smell of coffee, filled the air. It drifted, floated gently, across the town square and up to Amelia's window. She was a young woman with a very important exam the next day, and she was feeling quite stressed, quite anxious.
Amelia had been studying for weeks, burning the midnight oil. That's an idiom, by the way. Burning the midnight oil means studying late into the night. She knew the material, but she just couldn't seem to relax.
She decided to take a break and go downstairs to the little cafe in the square. She hoped a change of scenery would help her clear her head.
The cafe was bustling with people, full of energy. The clatter of cups and the murmur of conversations filled the air. It was a lively atmosphere, very vibrant.
Amelia ordered a cappuccino. She loved the way the foam felt soft on her lips and the way the rich coffee flavor warmed her from the inside out.
As she sipped her cappuccino, she noticed an old man sitting at the next table. He had a kind smile and twinkling eyes. He was reading a newspaper, but he looked up and gave Amelia a friendly nod.
Feeling a little braver, Amelia smiled back. The old man gestured to her coffee and said, "This is the elixir of life, you know." Elixir means a magical potion or drink.
Amelia chuckled. "I think I agree," she replied. "It's definitely helping me feel better." She explained to him about her exam and how stressed she was feeling.
The old man listened patiently, nodding occasionally. When she finished, he said, "Coffee has a way of calming the nerves, don't you think? It helps us to focus." He took a sip of his own coffee, a simple black coffee.
He continued, "People have relied on coffee for centuries, for energy, for comfort, for connection. It brings people together. Think of all the business deals, the friendships, the romances that have started over a cup of coffee."
"You're right," Amelia said, feeling a sense of calm wash over her. The coffee, the warm atmosphere of the cafe, and the kind stranger's words had worked their magic.
She felt a renewed sense of focus. The exam suddenly didn't seem so daunting. She thanked the old man for his wisdom and returned to her studies, feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the challenge.
So, to quickly recap what's happened so far in our story about coffee. A young woman named Anya, who usually hates the taste of coffee, finds herself needing a boost to finish a big project. She's tired and struggling to concentrate.
Exactly. And remember, she's a little bit hesitant, a little bit skeptical, because she's had bad experiences with coffee before. It's always too bitter, too strong. But this time, she's desperate.
Right. She goes to a new coffee shop, a very trendy, popular place, and the barista, a friendly guy named Leo, recommends a special blend with a hint of caramel. Hint means a small amount, a suggestion of a flavor.
Anya, despite her reservations meaning her doubts, decides to try it. She's surprised. The coffee is actually delicious. It's smooth, not bitter at all, and the caramel adds a touch of sweetness. She enjoys it slowly.
She feels the caffeine kick in. Kick in means to start having an effect. Suddenly, she's energized and focused. She finishes her project, feeling very pleased with herself.
And more than just finishing the project, she discovers something new. She actually likes coffee. Or, at least, this coffee. She realizes it's not all bad, and it can actually be a pleasant and helpful part of her day.
So, in essence, our story explores how even people who think they dislike something can be surprised and change their minds if they find the right version of it, the right experience.
It also shows how a simple cup of coffee can sometimes be more than just a drink. It can be a source of energy, inspiration, and even a little bit of joy, especially when you're stressed and tired.
Exactly. And the story isn't over yet. We'll see how Anya's newfound appreciation for coffee develops in the next part.
Will she become a coffee addict? Will she start exploring different blends and roasts? We'll have to wait and find out.
So, the aroma, that wonderful smell of coffee filled the air, drawing Amelia closer to the small cafe. Inside, she saw people from all walks of life. Walks of life means different backgrounds and professions. There was a businessman in a suit, a student with a backpack, and an elderly couple holding hands.
It's a lovely image, and the word, draw, is used so effectively here. It doesn't just mean physically pulling something. Here, drawn, means attracted or compelled by the smell. She felt she had to go closer.
Exactly. Now, Amelia wasn't a regular coffee drinker. She usually preferred tea. But something about the rich aroma and the cozy atmosphere of the cafe intrigued her and made her curious.
The word, cozy, paints such a nice picture. It means warm, comfortable, and inviting. Think of a warm fire, soft blankets, and a feeling of relaxation. That's what cozy evokes. And intrigued, as you said, means her curiosity was sparked. She wanted to know more.
She pushed open the door, a small bell jingling above her head, and stepped inside. The barista, a young man with a friendly smile, greeted her warmly. "Welcome, what can I get for you?" he asked.
Now, barista is a word that's become quite common. It's an Italian word and it refers to someone who makes and serves coffee, especially espresso-based drinks. They're the coffee experts.
Amelia hesitated. She wasn't sure what to order. I don't know. I don't usually drink coffee, she admitted shyly.
The barista, sensing her hesitation, offered a helpful suggestion. If you're new to coffee, I recommend our house blend. It's a medium roast with a smooth, balanced flavor. It's not too strong. He smiled reassuringly. Balanced, here refers to the taste, not too bitter, not too sweet, just right.
Amelia, reassured by his kindness, decided to take his advice. "Okay," she said, "I'll try that." She took a seat at a small table by the window and waited for her coffee. The anticipation, the feeling of excitement and expectation, was building.
Here, reassured, means he made her feel more confident and comfortable. And, anticipation, describes that pleasant feeling of waiting for something good to happen. It's like the feeling you get before opening a present.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the story of why people love coffee. Remember, it all began with the legend of Kaldi, the Ethiopian goat herder. He noticed his goats acting very energetic, almost dancing, after eating berries from a particular bush.
Yes, and those berries, as we now know, were coffee berries. Kaldi, curious, tried them himself and felt the invigorating effect. He shared his discovery with a local monk.
The monk, initially skeptical, decided to make a drink with these berries. He wanted to see if it could help him stay awake during long prayers. To his surprise, it worked wonders.
The news of this energizing drink spread quickly, first through the monastery and then beyond. It traveled from Ethiopia across the Red Sea to Yemen, where coffee cultivation began.
Remember the word, cultivation? It means growing something, like a crop. Coffee cultivation boomed in Yemen, and coffeehouses, places where people could gather and enjoy the beverage, became popular.
Exactly. From Yemen, coffee's popularity spread throughout the Arab world, eventually reaching Europe in the 17th century. Initially, some Europeans viewed coffee with suspicion, but it wasn't long before coffee houses became centers of social life and intellectual exchange across Europe.
Think about words like suspicion, meaning distrust or doubt, and intellectual exchange, meaning sharing ideas and knowledge. These words help us understand the complex history of coffee.
Now, from Europe, coffee traveled across the globe, becoming the beloved beverage we know today. It's remarkable to think how a simple observation by a goat herder centuries ago led to this global phenomenon.
Absolutely. And the story highlights the importance of curiosity and observation. Chaldee's curiosity led to the discovery of coffee, and his observation of his goat's behavior was key. So, stay curious, keep observing, and maybe you'll discover something amazing too.
Remember the word, phenomenon? It means something remarkable or extraordinary. Coffee's journey from a few berries in Ethiopia to a global beverage truly is a phenomenon. And who knows, maybe one day, you will be part of another great discovery story.
Thanks for listening to English Boost. Remember, practice a little every day and you'll see big results. See you in the next episode.